With Underdog, we reached the completion of our mutual witness together with the end of an era from Never Obey Again, and I would recommend, if this is in fact your initiate encounterance with the group, to humor the album in its entirety. We've witnessed it together in previous encounters over the last couple of months and been introduced mutually perhaps to a, I think, developing Italian metal voice, or modern metal more specifically, which I've loved humoring. As I've said many times on this channel, broadly speaking of music, I love it as an art form, and it's an honor to be showcasing different groups of all types of stripes and familiarity, but I have a special place in my heart for groups that are first developing their voice. And this is the debut album of Never Obey Again, Scarlet Records associated, and I've humored a couple of their groups now with more incoming that I've greatly liked. The first departure out of the Frozen Crown family, but a really welcome introduction. I have loved witnessing the end of an era with you through 8 works thus far, this being the 9th, and the conclusion to our ride together through the near entirety, minus the intro instrumental on, the track of the same name, which is also great, by the way, but I'm recognizing the original numbers here. Wonderful appearance to this group and depth to their voice, especially on Origin. I love when this happens, again, when you have a wide canvas of ability expressed, so that going forward you can study that development if you choose to follow up with the group later on. And as I've said with every group on this channel and every song I've recognized, open door policy. I am looking forward with eager eyes to humoring Never Obey Again whenever an opportunity comes up. But this first album, real killer in my opinion. Each piece rock dominated with brilliant choices over be on, let's say, the synth application, however emphasized or de-emphasized it might be by comparison to other numbers within the collection. Beautiful established rock tunes and riffs, great aggressiveness, beautiful vocals on behalf of Carol's voice. I love hearing her sing. And our narrative, right, written broadly but with resonance and authenticity. I greatly admire that with rock and metal music. It's part of the reason I've been so closely tied to it for many years. Another fitting attribution to my playlist, which is quickly growing out, and I've said before many times, you cannot go wrong with European metal talents. I've loved this journey I've taken independently with all of you through mutual first introductions. I do think it enriches the experience of music consumption to have a corporate witness. It wouldn't be the same in isolation, and I do feel that Never Obey Again, the full album treatment, is certainly deserved. Again, those first 6 numbers of Humored in Preparation were beautifully welcome introductions. So why not humor the rest, with only 3 more to go? And we have with Take Care of You and Stronger, both dynamic works, especially that first one. I love Take Care of You. That one really still stands out in my mind. How will Underdog feel? Let's see. I mean, each track, again, to be fair to the album, I've loved humoring everything I've heard, and I see an evolution taking shape that I cannot wait to hear more from in the future. But this first Origin witness, it just offers so much for possibility going forward. And I do think Never Obey Again has a career trajectory that's going quite high ahead of them. I'm looking forward to witnessing more, though. But to take the experience of you, I feel quite honored to be recognizing talents, broadly speaking, in the music world. But Never Obey Again specifically, I've loved being introduced. I hope for those of you that have not yet witnessed their talents, again, I recommend you take the journey, as I did, for the entirety of Never Obey Again, or the end of an era, and not just with this one piece. But maybe this will be your point of initiation. Let's witness it together, Underdog, and see where it fits with my regard to the most recent of the tracks for sure, but in the album as well. Okay, softer opening. Going more on the ballad melodic. Let's see if it plays around at all. There would be license to have a softer number that is persistent with other rock groups as well. Okay, no, we're taking it on that rougher edge again. Let's see. It's still subtler. I love that resonance on her voice, though. Carol has such atmosphere in the way she delivers her lines. We get back to that mainstay rock group. That vocal playing around there, she's great. Good pauses here with the O's. Good balance to the number. Incredibly smooth. Returning back to the subdued energy, good fit. carries on a different voice that departs from some of the other tracks in the album. This does feel, again, each track is specified. This one no different. The world, it's so beautiful. I love vibrato voices, so whenever I get it, however subtle or prominent it might be, it's just such a fun exercise whenever you get it. It's such a nice feel, though.
Have you ever been the underdog? Have you ever been down on your knees? Have you ever been the underdog? Have you ever
Inspirational closure. I like the decision here a lot. As I've said to the respect of Never Obey Again before, impassioned lyrics as broad as they might be that we can subjectively consume according to our own stories and how we relate to them. But I love authenticity whenever it's expressed in rock music. The way this is structured on closure, to specify again that inspirational spirit and to invoke it with the way the song is, the song's path is laid, great choice. Beautiful twist of expectation in the beginning, right? We've had plenty of these softer interludes going into works of theirs, but to take a ballad direction was, again, fitting with different rock talents that I've witnessed personally, many, too many to mention, quite frankly. You have these pause numbers that will come across as a bit softer, or maybe experience or showcase a bit of a play around, right, on tone, that groups have a versatility in expression. And we've Never Obey Again, we've seen this over and over and over, but it's fitting to have a number that acts in somewhat of a pause. And this is a lot softer by comparison to some of the other numbers we've humored in the past. The other ones tend to be a little more energetic, lively. This still has that feel to it in the chorus sections, but it does depart in those verses. It's a good pause number, though, and I love how isolated our focus becomes instead with that lessened distraction. Again, it plays with... I'm not trying to say that the tune is distracting at all, but your attention goes different ways when we witness a number for the first time and we consider it. The other numbers you get more entranced by the instrumental structuring, but then on these pieces, again, is a familiar ballad basis that more so carries the number and lets Carol's voice be showcased so beautifully. Even on the chorus sections where those drifts out in the pause verses with the O's, you notice that vibration. It's just so good. I mean, I know it's subtle, but it's beautiful, though. I just love her accent. It's just such an engrossing element that captivates my attention every single time. It is such a perfect fit to these pieces to give them, again, like I said, there's a mainstream feel to these numbers in the rock side. It's still creatively exercised. I'm not trying in any way to assert that as a diss, but it does feel, again, like I said, there's a familiarity to it that if you are knowledgeable on rock music and you've experienced it before, it does feel quite welcoming on your familiarity and past experiences. And I think it's a better way to phrase it. But the vocals have such beautiful touch. The decision, though, with this song to drift it out on, again, an inspirational closure that stresses the identity of a song in a way that you can't escape it. Beautiful decision on that end. Gorgeous navigation, different number, different feel. That has been true to every single piece independently recognized on this album. There's in some way fresh life. It's just so cool to see that wide palette that we're going to be, hopefully, introduced to more grandly going forward in future opportunities. And as I said, open door policy to this group. I cannot wait for the day we get more from Never Obey Again. It has been an honor to recognize this group of you through 9 excursions. And in this case being the wrap up to Never Obey Again, or the end of an era, to bring it in full focus. it wouldn't be the same if I were humoring in isolation. I knew this particular album commanded, and group, an independent first witness on its entirety, and to take that journey with you, I loved the ride. And I hope you would share in the same opinion if you happen to be taking this journey with me, and this may be your first introduction to that experience, right? Maybe you've taken the journey for the album yourself in its entirety. Maybe you're approaching the end with an initiate perspective, or you're a familiarized fan. Again, from whatever stripe you come from, I would love to hear your thoughts on Never Obey Again down below, and what you've witnessed, whether it be to Underdog's credits or any of their works. I can't wait for more. Again, I've said many times, there's a real promise that I feel within introductory spaces and evolving artists. I've witnessed this on many occasions, and Never Obey Again is no different. I love the end of an era. Immediate repeat listen for me. I'm already thinking about an excursion I have to go to now, and knowing me, or not now, but in a couple hours, knowing me, I'll have this on full blast in my car, for sure. Like I do most of the ever music I carry on my playlist. It's gorgeous. I love the collection. I cannot wait to hear it again for myself on many repeat listens going forward. Take that first introduction with you, though. Just wonderful. I love being able to have the chance at forging paths for you to explore artists that I have been greatly entertained by. And with Never Obey Again, it's such a welcome introduction to their work. Thank you so much for watching this video. Before you bounce, feel free to drop a like and comment, subscribe to this channel with a ding on the bell, and share this video with your friends. And consider checking out the description here. There you'll find links to my other channels, as well as addresses to my other social media accounts and ways you can help support my work if you feel so inclined. May God bless you, and looking forward to when our paths cross again.